The issue of time tracking is one of the most important things. And if I can get you to change your mind and actually start doing this, I think this will be one of the biggest wins of you actually taking on this program. Okay, most people don't know where their time is going. And if you remember our kind of a plane pilot analogy when we talked about finances, yeah, most people don't know to read the metrics of finances, but when it comes to their time, they just don't know even where to look. They don't even have that dashboard because they're not tracking their time. So they don't even know where their time is going and how much things are actually costing them. So it's really, really important to understand why you need to do this, okay? Your asset as a service business or a freelancer is your time. You must understand how much things are costing you. If you don't really know how much time you spend on something, you don't know how much it cost you and how much money you actually ended up making. Okay? You need to learn that also to better plan and estimate for the next time. You won't be able to understand how many projects you can take at the same time when you're going to be able to deliver something if you don't understand how much things take you and learn from your past experiences. We usually do this based on gut feeling, which causes so many troubles and mistakes, such as not pricing correctly, but also overbooking ourselves and then burning out when we need to work all-nighters just because we didn't realize things are going to take us a certain amount of time. Okay? And the other thing is, remember we talked about making a plan and allocating things to do during your time. And if you're not tracking your time, you're not going to know if that plan is being implemented enough. And probably what's going to happen is you're going to under execute on your marketing. You're not going to put in enough time on your marketing. You're going to fall into the trap of only focusing on execution, and then you're going to be stuck without clients because you just didn't put enough effort into getting clients. All right, so I hope that I convinced you. Now let me show you how to do this pain-free or relatively pain-free, because most of the times the reason that I couldn't do this for years was because I was trying to use the wrong tool. Okay, and I tried many different time tracking tools. My favorite before I discovered Timely is now my favorite, was Toggle, which I used but had the classic problems of time tracking where I always forgot to turn it on and off, and so it really wasn't effective. So the tool I use today is called Timely, and let me show you how this actually looks like. All right, so by the way, this is not affiliated. They're not paying me for this, and I am a paying customer for them. Now, here's why Timely is great. Timely actually sits on your computer and tracks whatever you're doing with this thing called memory, even so you don't have to actually do anything. Okay, it just tracks what's happening on your computer. So at the end of the day, remember we said at the end of the day we have 10 minutes to review your day. You're going to log into the Timely, and then you're going to see, look, I can already see what I did today, right? Because I can see what files were open, right? In this case, the keynotes that I'm recording right now or the Coda docs. And I can also see what's here on my calendar. And so at the end of the day, I'll be able to understand, okay, so I was working on recording videos, and then I can go here and document them and say, yes, I was working on this specific project. Now, of course, you're going to each have different projects. In my business currently, what I'm doing right now, I call this product because I'm building the product for my business. And then I can also choose tags, and I'll show you why this is important. So in my case, I'm working right now on creating content, okay? So I'll write here recording the six-figure freelance designer or something like this. Now I've kind of entered this and I have the data in my system. I'll do this again. It will take me 2 minutes at the end of every day. And the reason that it's so wonderful is that at the end of the month or at the end of the week, I'll have this data, right? I'll be able to come here, and this is an example from a year ago or something. You can see exactly how much I worked on each client, right? And I can see whether I'm doing actually, I'm allocating the 40% that I want to sales and biz dev. In my case, I have a little bit of a more complicated business, right? I'm working on other things as well. But basically what you'll want to do is you'll want to go here and create projects. So every client is a project, and also other business systems such as management or marketing is kind of a project in your business. And then you will be able to see how much you've been working on that specific project. Okay, so this is a client and here's how much I've been working on them. So this is just general hours, but then I also have the tags. Now in this case, I didn't use the tags properly, but you can see that Webflow in this project took me 6 hours and design took me 7.5 hours. And if you use this correctly, this will really help you to drill down and improve the estimates, right? Where you understand which each task, so the tags are basically the phases of the project or the tasks of the project. And then I'll be able to know how the breakdown of each project looks like. All right, so there's two things here that are important. One, the tags and the breakdown of how much things took within the project, and then the overview of the report of the month or of the year or of the week. Am I spending enough time on the things that I want to spend time on? So this is really, really important. So as I said, the way that I use the data is first, put them in the actuals after I did the estimate to see what really happened in a project, and also looking at the data when I'm planning to see if I'm actually doing the things that I want to do. Am I actually working on my priorities? Now this is key, and I hope that this week you'll start doing it yourself.